Based on expectations on the economic growth in emerging economies, it is projected that prices will remain at low levels in the midterm until 2030. Commodity-dependent developing countries have export baskets that are made up by few goods. They have to produce more goods and export them. They have to provide and export services. And in this way, they will reduce their vulnerability to international price volatility. Diversifying the economy is part of a broader process of structural transformation. And in this process, people move from one economic sector, say agriculture, to other sectors like manufacturing and services. Some smallholders will have to move away from agriculture, probably the ones in marginal areas, and they will have to seek productive employment in other sectors of the economy. Other smallholders, the most competitive and productive ones, will remain in agriculture and they will increase their scale. I can give you an example from Costa Rica. In the 1950s and the 1960s, 90% of the country's total exports were made up by coffee and bananas. Nowadays, 40% of total exports are made up by high-tech manufacturers. And the country not only diversified exports away from agriculture, but diversified agriculture too. Through appropriate incentives, the country promoted the production of high-value products, and nowadays Costa Rica is the first exporter of pineapple in the world. They also export added value products like processed fruit and fruit juices. Structural transformation is a sustainable solution for growth and development. We need policies to create the enabling environment to support the transformation of the economy. For example, in agriculture, we need policies to increase productivity. By increasing productivity, we raise the income of farmers and we strengthen their demand not only for food but for other non-farm products like consumer goods. This will kickstart the rural economy and will create employment. At the same time, increasing agricultural productivity will allow people to move from agriculture to other sectors of the economy without any negative consequences for food security and nutrition. We need better infrastructure to connect rural areas with urban centers. We will need improved services for health and education for rural people, so we build the capacity for them to seek employment in other sectors of the economy. Well-functioning labor markets are necessary, as well as clearly defined property rights and labor markets. At the very end, for meeting the Sustainable Development Goals of 2030 agenda, we will have to focus on measures that promote inclusive growth.